Man United podcast with Bidds and Monty.
Welcome back to the Man United podcast. Woo! What a journey. What a journey. What an episode.
What an episode.
What an episode, man.
Wow.
We have just spoke with Jose Ramirez from North Carolina. He owns his own clothing brand, which has been pushing out the word about mental health. He also helps out different companies like that veterans have set up or other civilians that are struggling with mental health. Absolutely incredible guy.
Incredible.
And he got really deep as well. Of course it did. It's the Men United podcast. It's always going to get deep at some point.
Deep.
Yeah, it did. And also, we had some fun. We had some good fun today.
Come on, that's just the norm, though, isn't it? When we have this conversation with our people, our friends,
the
show, that it's about fun, inspiring, a bit of deepness.
Yeah. All day. Don't forget, we have got our main guy at Man-Made Beard Company. Head over to their website, manmadebeardcompany.co.uk. Pody 10 on discount will help us support. And also in the link below, you'll see we have Champion Mindset and Pody Hoodies also available that also help us on this journey.
We will be generating a code for those who listen, support us, share, like, subscribe. We're going to generate a code for listeners to get a discount of the Champion Mindset website, which also will be contributing to a great cause. Wear it, feel proud of yourself, look good.
And also, don't forget to subscribe to our platforms, comment below in our YouTube video, leave us a rating on iTunes, and also enjoy this episode, me, you beautiful human beings. Yo, Jose, welcome to the Men United podcast, bro. What is happening? Are you good?
Yes, sir. I'm doing fine. Today's a great day to start. I think it's 9 some odd here in America. I'm totally honored to be a part of this, a guest star in this. My sinuses is acting up because of pollen, so I might do some sniffles here and there.
Yeah.
But how are you doing? How is everyone doing?
I am okay, but like you say, the pollen is smashing fuck out of my sinuses right now. So I'm very, very nasal. Very nasal.
I'm good, homie. I'm good, Jose. Mi amigo Jose.
Hermano.
Yeah, hermano. I'm good, man. I've just got back from training. Been a bit tired. Got a game tomorrow. Ready for this.
Oh, you got this.
Huh?
You got this. You got this.
We got this, papi. We got this.
You are on a roll as well. You are on a roll, Monty.
Man, we picked up now as well. We picked up, man. Hopefully tomorrow can be another good day.
4 wins out of 4, bro.
Tomorrow we hopefully can make it 5 out of 5.
Woohoo! Let's see what's up. Yes, but back to the pollen. I feel your pain big time. Do you have anything for it?
No, I just tough it out. As much as I can. Over here in America, pollen is worse than in the UK, I would presume. We have so much nastiness over here that it makes me want to move to the UK just to get away from it.
Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
No.
The worst thing over here is, right, on Tuesday last week, the weather was beautiful. 26 degrees. Okay, that's beautiful over here. The next day, it was 4 degrees. Cold. That's what's fucking up my sinuses, mate. Along with the pollen, this interchange with the warm weather clashing with the cold weather. Doesn't know what it wants to do. Does not know what.
Well, that's the same thing here in America. Yeah,
really,
the same thing happening here in America. But in retrospect, though, I am trying to find as much excuses as I can just to move to the UK. I feel like the UK is my calling card.
Where in the UK would you go? What part of the UK?
Well, I have a lot. Well, apparently I have a lot of friends in the Richmond area, so I would definitely move to the Richmond.
Richmond.
Yes, because I'm friends with the Richmond Barbers crew. I don't know if you heard of them.
No.
But I have like at least 4 to 5 friends there, and they're really kind. They're really patient with me, and I figured, you know what? If I want to settle base, I might as well settle in an area where I know my friends are there that are near me.
So where's the Richmond area?
Richmond area?
Yeah. South London?
That's London. I think, is it northwest?
The only thing I know is Surrey, I think.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They're just outside of London.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, that's pretty much the only location that I remember on the top of my head is Richmond. So I figured, you know what? If there's a flat that's affordable, or if there's someone that'll like a roommate or something, then I would definitely risk it and go there.
You would.
We need to go on a hunt now, Bidds.
Yes, mate. Let's get it out there.
For that flat to be available for you then.
Okay.
Let's get it out there. Would you definitely do it? Would you definitely do it then? Would you definitely move?
Would I do it?
Yeah.
Well, I have to save up enough money to afford a plane ticket, then move there. What I do, my game plan is that when I visit Richmond for the first time, I want to get the feel of the UK. I want to get the feel of the area.
Yeah.
So I figure I stay about maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get comfortable. And then when I come back to America, I'm going to make a financial plan. And then finally, when I personally feel that, okay, I've done everything I can here in America, I want to start a new life, I want to start a new outlook on life, I'll go back to the UK in the Richmond area, and I'll probably ask one of my friends if I can crash on their couch until I find a stable job, then save up, and hopefully find a flat, like I said.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm going to be a couch potato. You know, I'll just I'll find a local gym and stay there most of the day and walk around. But I heard that the UK does not like tourists, because I'm the type of guy that takes the camera out and takes photos everywhere. I don't know.
I'm like that.
Because I've read, one of my friends here told me she visited the UK as well. And I asked her, is there any advice you could give to me once I visit for the first time? And she said, don't stop to take photos. They hate that. They hate tourists.
No.
Just because they're always on the move. They have to get to where they're going to work or to transit. Just don't stop. And if you were going to stop, just find some place where not a lot of people are going to clash into you when you're taking photos.
I think that's a busy London. That's busy London, though, isn't it?
London is carnage. It's like when I first lived in London, all I knew was London. So obviously, when you don't know anything else, you think it's the best place. Yeah. And then I ended up moving out, obviously, because of football, to a different city. And the calmness, people are more relaxed. Mm-hmm. And then I went back to London and I managed to see the difference. And I was like, nah, I need to get out of London, man.
Yes.
Everyone's just boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And there's no time to like breathe and have a little break. But obviously, that's my opinion. Obviously, you live in America, so it must be like that as well in America. Everyone's just 100 miles per hour. Or what you like?
The area that I was born in, Belhaven, small town, there's really not much excitement over here. I would say that my hometown is a place where you can retire. It's calm, it's quiet, it's by the river. You can just chill there and slowly die, be happy. But if I want the real excitement, I would go to Raleigh, which is 2 hours from me, where there's like a shit ton of traffic, and that's what I love. I love to drive around in crazy traffic because I get to go over the speed limit, make some sharp turns and whatnot, flip people off. That's what I love. But at the end of the day, though, I love the calmness. So, like what you said, the difference between London and outside of London. I'm not sure if the Richmond area is the calmest part of London, but hey, I mean, I just want to experience it. I want to experience everything UK based. London, Richmond, anywhere, wherever. To the countryside.
Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah.
Stoke-on-Trent, where we are. When you come, when you come around this area, this city,
I'll let you know. Yeah.
we'll do a live podcast then, just face to face.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That would be amazing. Yes. Just invite me and then I'll come over and then boom, we'll do something cool.
Yeah, let's go. We've got a plan for mi amigo Jose.
So, brother, what is it that you're doing? Because I've obviously followed you on Instagram for quite a while. I've noticed that you are on a mission to break the stigma, mental health stigma.
Yes.
Why have you kind of got into that position? What made you do that?
That's a good question. So growing up, right around my preteen to teenage years, in high school, there was like some kids that were bullied and they were mistreated and made fun of. And then I would notice some students are depressed, but I would make fun of them. I would make fun of them personally, not knowing the consequences of my words.
Yeah.
And some were in depression. Some had some close ones died or whatever, but it's no excuse to do that. So anyway, so I would be like, oh, that's a phase. They'll get out of it. They'll grow out of it. It was only until when I went to college and all the unnecessary drama, majority of it was my cause of being a pestilent towards everyone, just bugging them left and right. And after a second bad breakup, following with procrastination, abusing a product, a pre-workout product, I abused that to stay awake, to stay active. Which gave me heart problems. And then I had, out of college, I was slightly depressed because I was away with my friends.
Yeah.
I was away from my friends and they were doing their own thing. And I would see them accomplishing so much as I am doing nothing with my life. Then fast forward to 2020, I figured, I wanted to mean something. I wanted to mean something. And I've noticed that there was this trend of focusing on mental health. And I'm thinking, okay, well, let me focus on mental health. However, it was only until I had my first seizure attack and I was in a coma for 5 days.
Wow.
And then I realized, I came to the realization that, oh, so I closed my eyes and then I woke up in the hospital 5 days later. I realized that was it. That was the realization of once you close your eyes and you're in a coma and you did not know you were in a coma, that just really pretty much realized, oh, that's death. That's almost like death.
Yeah.
You don't know what happened. You feel reborn, so to speak. And the week after that, I experienced my first PTSD attack because everything came back. I remembered every single detail from that hospital. It felt like concrete crushing my lungs. I was catatonic. I was waddling around the house like a penguin, so to speak. And then I realized there are people out there that are experiencing PTSD.
Yeah.
And then I talked to some of my friends and I'm telling them these things like, okay, well, I have been depressed. I have physically abused my body by telling myself, I was self-deprecating myself. I would say to myself that I'm no good because I don't have talents. My friends are out there accomplishing things. I don't have talents. They're getting the beautiful women. I don't have attractiveness. I'm not making the money. I'm not doing this. I'm just here sitting like a bum doing nothing. And then that led to that spiral of, what am I doing with myself? And then the doctor told me, okay, sounds to me that you're depressed. And I'm like, are you serious? So I feel like it's sort of like, it's like karma, if you will, for all the people I've hurt in the past making fun of their mental health. And then I figured, if I want to give back, I want to try my best to acknowledge that I am the way I am, that I have many flaws.
Yeah.
And I want this to be a learning experience. So whoever, whether teenager to adult to elderly, anyone that could educate me how they personally felt with their mental health, I want to learn that. That is a learning experience. And because of that, I want to break that stigma that it is okay to open up for once. Because I never had that. I never opened up to people. And when I tried to open up to people, they would just discourage it. And at least have someone at least know someone that'll listen to you without judgment, without anything. And that's what's most important. Yeah.
So going back to the seizure, you said you had a seizure. Was that because you were abusing your body? Or
Yes. That so one of my friends was a trainer, and I told him, yo, I want to go to the gym, I want to work out, I want to lose weight, I want to look good, feel good. What would you recommend for me to drop the weight? And he said, just go on a fasting. And I didn't put too much research into it. So instead of fasting the right way, I did it the wrong way, where I depleted nearly everything. I rarely took any calories. I cut on my food. I didn't drink enough water. I was just doing my best to drop the weight because I didn't feel good about myself, because of self-depreciating myself constantly on a daily basis. So July, I was 180 pounds. I did the fasting, and under a month and a half, I dropped 30 pounds immediately.
Wow. And
I was weak. I was tired. I was lanky, and before you know it, I closed my eyes, and lo and behold, I woke up in the hospital.
Wow.
So then I realized to myself, like, okay, well, I don't know if some people are experiencing the same thing that I had, but there are people out there that do feel that they're not good enough physically, and they would go to extreme measures to feel good about themselves. And that's what I experienced. I wanted to go through extreme measures just to feel good, just so that everyone could appreciate my worth, my physical worth, that I can go into the store, for example, and someone looks at me and be like, you are handsome, you are attractive, he has a good body and whatnot. But then I realized that, is it really worth it? No, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I say body image is massive. It's a massive
body image.
It's huge, mate.
Yes.
I mean, you look on social media at the moment, and you get these attractive people posting pictures of themselves. And
exactly.
Okay, I get it. Okay, they're kind of showing off their good looks, and obviously they work hard, going to the gym and stuff, and that's their lifestyle. And we shouldn't really take that away from them.
How many of those people do you think, say like what you just said, attractive human beings, right? Posting this pictures on Instagram or socials, but how many of them are actually happy with themselves, you reckon? A lot of them actually do it because they're actually not happy and they're looking for that validation from elsewhere.
Yeah.
Do you not think, Joseph, as well?
Honestly, if we're being honest, I think some of them don't feel happy with themselves.
Saying, how many? That's what I'm saying. Like, my question is, how many do you actually say? Like, you see 10, 5 guys, five females.
Yeah.
How many out of them out 5 guys could actually, you reckon, are actually genuine, happy with themselves or with their life? And how many of them 5 girls are actually happy with themselves and their life? I mean, internally. External, I reckon probably all of them, because they will probably do have the money, the cars, the things, but internally, how many of those 10 are genuinely happy with who they are? Now, what do you
And
reckon? Yes.
I don't think majority of them are happy. Like you said, validation. That's was my downfall. Is I wanted to find validation for myself. I was selfish with what I want. I wanted to be validated. I wanted to be admired. And if going to the gym to change my body to appease to everyone is my source of happiness, I thought that wrong. That's something that I shouldn't think about. So I agree with what you said there. Well, back then I would think that like women that are posting, that are posing or posting or thirsting over men with six packs, muscles, tattoos, and whatnot. I'm thinking that's what women want. That's what women want, the beefcake. Women want something that's,
Nah.
that's
That's I'll go back to what you just said in regard to like that admiration bit.
Mhm.
In my opinion, and from what I've learned, is before we are actually admired by someone else, we have to admire ourselves first. Because no matter, we could, for example, say like if we go back to that stage of your life, we go back and me and Bidds have like we're friends with you then, and we're coming up to you and we're like, oh my god, we love the work that you're doing, bro. But if you don't see that in yourself, and if you don't believe that, you're gonna probably be like, nah, it's not great, nah, it's not good. And then when you go home, you then start comparing yourself to other people because you dismiss what we've said.
right.
And I think it all comes down to yourself first. The work is extremely hard, because I've been on that journey for the last 3-4 years. I've been on that journey myself. And obviously, even Bidds has been there since. Obviously, he'll probably tell about his little house and how he became the person he is as well now. That he loves, obviously, what he does. He appreciates himself for who he is. But the journey is long, but it's a journey that we have to be patient with ourselves. I had to be patient to admire who I was and to stop actually doing things to please other people, to feel like I was liked, to feel like, oh, they admire me. But I was doing all these things, but I was in my house and felt like I was doing nothing. But then I was comparing myself to these other individuals that seemed to be having a good life and had the perfect life. Until I'd realized, come on, like, got this, I've got that. Why don't I start doing things that actually make me happy, and then recognize who I am as a person? It's been a long 4 years that I've been on this journey, and now I'm all pleased with myself, and I hope you are as well.
It's still a journey for me. I'm still trying to learn how to appreciate all my flaws, to appreciate who I am. And unfortunately, I am not a patient person. I'm trying to learn that patience has so much value. And like I said, it's a learning experience for me. I haven't like if we weren't talking right now, I would probably tell myself, "Oh my God, you're nothing, or you're disgusting to look at, or whatever." But I really want to do that. I really want to go on this self journey to feel good about myself, not caring what other people think of me.
And I jump in and say one thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, you can be honest, open. See, when you was growing up, right? How was you, I would say, treated? What was said to you? Because when we've had this conversation, we always tend to, like me, my issue was growing up, and I had this different images in my head
Mm.
to be this individual at the age of this. At that age, I wanted that. And I want to be doing this sort of things. I was lucky enough that obviously I had an amazing mother. Obviously, my dad was never there, was never around, and that affected me a lot. Like, as I grew up and I started understanding things, and then I used to cry as well.
Mm.
But you growing up, was you treated a certain way that now that you're an adult, you tell yourself these things? Was someone speak to you negatively about yourself and who you was? Maybe. Do you reckon?
Growing up, my mother and my father were hard workers. My mother would take small jobs left and right. My father would be working agriculture or construction wise. However, my father was an alcoholic, and he would take out his frustrations on my mother in terms of like verbal abuse and whatnot. And then I would watch that, and it would frighten me. And then he would drunkenly call me, like certain names and whatnot. And then I felt like, am I really a dumbass? Am I really this person? And then as I grew older, I came to realize that learning from that and finding out that he was a drug abuser as well during my growing up age, and he would continue to be sort of a pretty violent verbal person.
Yeah.
Not physically, but like verbally. He would depreciate my mother and myself sometimes. There's good days and then there's bad days. And then that's how I would intake that. I would take it personally, and that was when I questioned my value, questioned my worth as a son and as a human being.
Yeah.
Like with him, it's he's like back then I was trying to find ways to impress him, just to show him that I'm good. I'm this type of person that you can admire, that you could appreciate. But and even though that some days that he would appreciate that, I feel like I'm not doing hard enough. I'm not trying hard.
Yeah.
But after I've come to grips of graduating from college and seeing it how it is with him, I realized that why am I trying to appease to him? Why am I doing this? I shouldn't do this. It's not real. It's not healthy at all.
Yeah.
And lately, it's sort of simmered down with what he's doing, because I called him out on it. I called him out. Okay, you did this when I was growing up. You did that. What you did is wrong. What you did is that you can't change the past, but it's in here in my head. You can't take that away from me. All the memories, all the cruelty and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, but there is still time to change yourself. And even though that I don't personally see him changing, I can tell myself that, okay, well, you're not going down that route. And now my mother and I, we have a much better bond. We know what we want in life. We don't really necessarily have to rely on him. And that was the most important, is acknowledging to ourselves that we don't need him to find our worth, that we can find our worth together. She's my confidant. I tell her everything, personal, business or whatnot. And sometimes there's doubt about what I'm doing with my brand, breaking stigmas and whatnot.
Yeah.
But she is supportive as opposed to him. And but then I realized I don't care anymore with what he thinks, because as far as I know, I'm miles doing better things than what he did as I was growing up.
Yeah.
So back to what you were saying about have I experienced this growing up? Yes, I have. And the more that I take it personally, the more I depreciated myself and told myself that I'm like, what is actually my worth through his eyes?
Yeah.
And even though, like I said, there are good days and bad days, he truly does. He truly does love me in a weird way.
Yeah.
But that was through his upbringing. That was how he was raised. So it's sort of like taking his failures towards myself. It's a reflection of who he is. That's what I've learned. Is that he's not doing it because he doesn't like me. He's doing it because he doesn't like himself. How he was raised growing up, and how he's frustrated, how he couldn't bring that to raising his child. And I mean, he would say that, oh, I brought you shoes, I brought you clothes, I brought you food, you have a roof over your head. And I'm thinking, I mean, yeah, but that's your job as a father, you know.
But to an extent, obviously, that's what they can do as a parent. That's what we obviously, if we are kids, those are the principles, the initial. But the most important thing is the time, the care, the love, and the values we teach our kids. And obviously, I'm glad you've answered that with so much honesty, because there's always the reason behind why we are the adults we are nowadays. And as adults, we tend to run away from our journey that brought us to this point, because either we are embarrassed of what we've lived, we're afraid of what the individuals around us are going to say,
right?
And then we tend to overthink, and we are then consumed into this world that is not who we are, but is what we've lived. What we've lived doesn't really make our future. To an extent, it does, because you can use it in a negative or in a positive way. Negative, you will still believe you are that person, which then you end up in a dark room because you don't believe you're any better than what you've been told you are. The positives, you take it, subtract it, put the negatives there and the positive of what it could be. And then, I don't want this for my child.
Right.
I want this for my friend. What can I do to grow from the things for the way I was treated? And I want to appreciate for you being so open and honest with your answers. And you gave us the reason why you said that if we weren't having this conversation, you would have been sat there telling yourself, "Am I good enough? What am I doing?" Because all your life growing up, you were actually living through your dad's eyes. Am I doing it to an extent where am I doing enough for him to be proud of me? Am I doing, even though you in yourself you was doing what you could, you was giving it your best shot to impress him, and he will come back and say, "Yeah, that's good," but you will still question yourself.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, through him, it's he would see his friends or his workers, or he would see people that he disliked that have kids, that have sons, and that they're doing their own thing. He's the person that he dislikes has a son as well, and that son is working in a construction site making bank, if you will. He's making bank. And then that person told him that, oh, my son is making this, he's making this much, he's making that, and then he has his own house and whatnot. And then he's like thinking, oh, my son, what is he doing enough? You know? And I'm like, dude, that's different. You know, you don't focus on that guy's success. I mean, just be grateful that I'm not doing something bad, of course, not going down his route, you know. So
what do you reckon, Bidds?
It comes down to learning, doesn't it? Awkward, like you say about, you know, through what your father did, and you know that the words that he said to you, you know, yeah, it wasn't physical, you know, never hit you, but I always think mental abuse through words is a lot more kind of devastating than physical side, because if someone hits you, you know, you're going to get a bruise, yeah. But if someone's constantly talking shit to you and about you,
Yeah.
it just sinks in. It's like a seed. Someone just plants a seed in your head, like you're not worth it. You're not worth it every day. Like it happens to so many people. You know, it happens to so many of my friends and like family members. You know, it's a seed. Words can be planted in people's heads. So yeah, the emotional side and the mental side of abuse is a fucking 10 times worse than physical. And I'm not saying physical side's bad, by the way, but I'm just saying, you know, it's like people get bullied, like through school or high school, even work placement. You know, people get bullied just by words. Like, why didn't you want to go in work today? Or, you know, why didn't you want to go to school today? It happens with my kids. You know, I don't want to go in school today because such and such has said this to me, and or you know, they've called me fat or stuff like that. You know, it's like you can't really come back to that, because you can't tell a kid to ignore things, because we constantly learn as a kid. We're constantly listening to what people are doing because we're learning. So as a kid getting the abuse through words, it's so much more difficult to grow up with, if you know what I mean, because it's a really touchy subject. You know, people don't like talking about this shit. You know, but at the end of the day, if you're not going to talk about it, you know, when are you going to talk about it?
Right. And
Probably never.
And especially as kids, some are too afraid or embarrassed to open up to their parents about certain things.
Yeah.
Whether you're bullied or whether you're feeling a certain way.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, and this is, I mean, it's everyone, but through my eyes and the Hispanic community in my area, I was raised to how you should not open your feelings. Like, don't be too emotional. You're a man.
Yeah.
You cannot show weakness. You cannot be all like, you know, feeling a certain way, because that's viewed as feminine. That's viewed as weak, you know. And especially for the Hispanic males, they would often throw like, "Oh, you're gay for being open."
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm thinking, am I gay for saying how I feel? And that's how some would say to me, like they would, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. So pretty much growing up, it was quite difficult to open up about my feelings for my parents, telling them what's up, how am I feeling, you know, because I would always be embarrassed if I'm like weak, yeah. So it was a hard lesson to learn, but opening up to your parents, not to random people, but to your parents, the people that you trust the most.
Yeah.
It's extremely crucial, especially for males, to just simply tell them how you feel. Don't be viewed as weak. It's viewed as human.
Yeah, I think every culture's like that, though, isn't it? Every culture's got that, you know, you can't talk about how you're feeling, especially the men. So obviously, I know you said just about the Hispanic culture that you grew up in, where it's exactly the same as the culture I grew up in. You know, it's you can't talk about that. Oh, you're crying. Why are you crying? Crying.
Yes.
Like you said, you know, don't cry because you look gay. It's like, no, man. So then that effectively puts a block in your brain. Soon it's like watching a film. Let's say I'm watching a film, you know, sad film. You know, my wife could be crying because, you know, something's happened that's sad. and I won't cry, but then there's something in my mind that goes, don't cry, don't do that. But now, obviously now it's different, I do, but prior to that, it is like someone just shut a door on your emotions and your brain. So I think it's all cultures.
Mm.
And I know there's going to be certain cultures that are a lot more harsh.
Yeah, strict.
A lot more harsh.
I think I had it as well growing up. Like now that we're talking about that, and Bidds is so right, and you, Jose, in regards of the things that we were told as kids. If you hurt yourself or you wanted to sort of say something, and I used to get told, "No, don't cry," because girls are the only ones that cry.
Yeah.
And things like that. And now, my little kids, obviously, they're gonna cry for things that, as parents, we believe are actually not reasons to be crying for.
Yes, mate.
But at the end of the day, they are kids, and we're trying to raise adults.
Right.
To be able to be strong enough to open up, not strong enough to hold things inside them and be affected mentally, emotionally, that then all of a sudden they become consumed by the things that we told them when they were kids. And what I do is now, if my little lads are crying, obviously I tell them to stop for a bit, but then they carry on. I'm like, okay, tell me what's up. There's nothing wrong with crying, but what has happened? Tell me.
Yeah.
And then they'll tell me, and I'll explain if something like my game's not working. So that's why I'm crying. So if your game's not working, baby, come call me, and I'll come help you.
Yeah.
If we can't fix it, then we'll find other ways of fixing it. I don't go in and you shouldn't be fucking crying because of this. It's only a fucking game. Don't fucking cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the thing off you. Nah, don't. Like if you're crying because the game's not working, it's totally fine. But what you need to do when the game's not working is come find me, and we'll make sure we can fix the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, it's drilling in their head. Ask for help.
Yeah. So
it's just frustration, man.
Ask for help, educating them that asking for help is okay.
Yeah.
But we are brought up as men, and to an extent some females as well, that asking for help is not allowed. Asking for help, you are seen as weak. Asking for help, it shouldn't be allowed, basically, and that is so frustrating.
Right.
Asking for help is it's actually something good. I think it's a strength. You've got to be strong to ask for help. Not holding things inside you make you stronger. Nah, the more you build all that thinking that you're strong enough to deal with this, you're strong enough to deal with that. Nah, slowly you're weakening your emotional state. Overthinking takes over, starts controlling you. All of a sudden you start creating films in your head, movies. And then you get to the point that you could be so deep in your own thoughts that not even anyone can end up dragging you out of that hole. Because you're so deep in it that by the time someone's willing to help you, it could be too late. You get what I'm saying? And that's why we need to, like I said the other day, I think we were talking in the podcast last week, Bidds, that we mentioned about raising kids. No, we're not raising kids, we're raising adults. We are bringing adults up. We're educating adults from the age of 1 month old, basically. Right. We're not bringing kids up, we're bringing up adults, because they're going to be adult next. And then they're going to be in a position where they want to ask for help. Like if we brought them up saying that you can't cry, saying that you can't fucking ask for help, then they'll get to the stage where they need help, when they understand everything, they understand what life is about. But no, mummy, daddy, uncle, granddad told me that only girls cry. Told me that if I cry out I was gay, or if I cry, I was this, I was weak. If I cry, I won't be allowed to play out. So I had to suck it all in and hide my tears so I could play out.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's frustrating. And obviously, like, we just got to carry on having these topics and conversations for those who listen, watch, can take something from it. If you've got kids, especially, or even if you've got nephews, nieces, cousins, friends that have got kids, if you see your friend treating their kids in a certain way that they're stopping them, asking them for help, tell them it's the wrong thing to do. Simple.
Yes, mate. Straight away, get on it. Boom.
Right.
So, man, you have a brand, right? What is your brand called?
For everyone, it was hard to pronounce. It's Ranusia Redemptio. Yeah. So I just shortened it to RR for,
Ramusia.
Yes.
Redemption.
Redemptio. So pretty much the name came about. So I'm into like Greek mythology.
Yeah.
And I was just looking up names and what they mean. And then I found one that really stuck a chord with me, which was the goddess of retribution. Her name is Nemesis, but her other moniker is Ranusia. And the name just stuck with me. It just clicked for some odd reason. And
Ramusia.
Yeah. So when I looked at that name, the goddess of retribution, she punishes those who commit hubris. That was something I'm like, oh, okay, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling the name. And then Redemptio is just simply redemption, but I took the N out because I figured, oh, it sounds Latin. I like it. I like that sort of thing. And pretty much the reason behind that, the brand's name is in relation to mental health, is to pretty much promote human beings, individuals who are enduring a form of mental health, whether it's depression or PTSD, primarily PTSD because I had PTSD, that those that are discouraged by everyone, people that would tell them that you're worthless, you are nothing, et cetera, and so forth. Anything in the book that they personally felt from other people, that those that are enduring mental health, they can get out of their comfort zone. They can talk about their mental health towards people, and they pretty much say, fuck it, we're going to accomplish a goal that is outside of our comfort zone. Not necessarily to prove the haters wrong, but to prove within themselves that they can do it, that they can find their worth, that they can redeem themselves. And ultimately, those people that wear the brand, that support the brand, whether you are enduring mental health or you know someone that is suffering from mental health, the fact that they're willing to open up about their personal struggles, about their personal journey, ultimately that same person that admits to it ultimately can save someone's life that is currently feeling the same thing that they're feeling.
Yeah.
And that's the true value of the brand, in my opinion. That's something that's where the money, that's my source of income. My source of income is not the money. It's the fact that people can relate to it. And it's a very good feeling because.
So when did you start this idea?
Well, the idea, so it started in December when I supported indie brands from the UK, starting with Spitfire Speed Shop. I loved the brand. I thought it was a cool design. And then I supported another brand called Run Knuckles. Yeah. And after purchasing hundreds of bucks on both brands, I realized, why can't I start my own brand? So, like I said, though, like I found the name stuck, and then it was a matter of figuring out what the brand means. What is it supposed to mean? And it went through so many phases. The first idea for the brand was to promote children, teenagers that they personally believe that they won't make it out
Yeah.
of low. Okay, rephrase. Youths that are from low income families
Okay.
that they don't have the resources to whether it's to find the right job or they don't have the resources to become a better person or whatnot because of their low income net worth. And basically telling them that, listen, just because that you're quote unquote poor, don't let that mindset stop you from achieving greatness. So that was the first idea. Then the second idea was to welcome everyone, every youth, to come together to realize their potential and to go out there and to do something that they personally love, that they personally feel that they can do. But I realized that there are other brands out there that have that same concept. Like with, for example, Nike, it's just do it. It's promoting people to just simply go out there and do it.
Yeah.
But then I realized that those brands, the reason why people buy Nike or buy Pumas or whatever is because of the name. It's not because of the quality. So that was my mindset. And then it was until a friend of mine told me, you told me that you have these mental issues, that you're depressed, that you have major anxiety. Focus on that target audience. Focus on those type of that target audience, and then watch it grow. And then finally, I just posted on Instagram that this brand is all about helping people with mental health.
Yeah.
And then it gradually grew and grew and grew, and that's what it's for. And then it just stuck with it. It's for mental health. It's for people that have mental health or know of people of mental health. And
yes, man. So this is your Instagram.
Yes.
So you've got your website link there.
Yes.
It's Community for Mental Health and PTSD Awareness. Now this one here, bro. Veterans. You're supporting veterans.
Yes.
As in those that have been in the military.
Yes, that have been in the military. Yes, because for example, Eddie Cohn, he's the third recent one that I've posted about of him wearing the brand. Yeah, that guy right there. He supported me a long time ago, and he told me about his backstory, that he was a veteran. He owns a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu club academy in the UK. And I helped him promote his brand, and then he helped me promote mine.
Oh,
and
cool.
Then
man.
I've befriended so many. Yeah, I've befriended so many veterans that have small businesses, small indie businesses, and I figured I'm not a veteran, but I support veterans. So let me do my part into supporting veteran-owned brands.
Yeah.
That's essential, because I've neglected veteran mental health. I was just focusing on civilian mental health. But then I realized, well, wait a minute. Veterans too, they do have that. And that was the common misconception. People think, oh, PTSD is just military related. It's just PTSD. It's just the veterans related. It's not it's not regular civilians.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no. I mean, sure, it's PTSD does relate to military veterans, but it's also, don't forget, it's also included with, for example, sexual assault victims, people that were experiencing a traumatic event.
Yeah,
it could be anything.
Exactly. Yeah. Was that the
so like that guy right there? If you scroll up a little bit, in that one, the guy that has his hand, that guy, that's Connor from the brand Tough Veterans. He followed me from the beginning, from last year. Yeah. And at first I'm thinking, oh, this guy's brand is a bunch of bullshit. I don't think it's going to be successful at all. But I took the risk, and we communicated, we linked up, and and I helped him grow his audience bit by bit. And he's such a great person. I love him to death. We still talk. He still supports the brand. And then it clicked on me like, okay, I need to focus on small veteran-owned businesses.
Yeah.
So that's why I included it in my bio.
That's cool, man. So you're really supporting pretty much everything then, aren't you? You support, if someone comes to you that, you know, is struggling with mental health and they have their own business, you quite happily to support them. Would that be right?
Oh, of course, because everyone starts with nothing when they create their small business thing, of course.
You got Tom Hardy there, bro.
When I started out, I had less than 500 followers.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's one of my big goals for this year is to get him to wear it.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, but I mean, hey, you never know, you know?
Yeah, Tom Hardy and you.
I've linked up with some of his closest friends, and I'm thinking it's going to happen one day. I think it's going to happen.
One day.
One day he's gonna wear it proudly, and I'm gonna be shitting my pants. So happy that he's wearing it. No. I admire Tom because he's my idol, and people say that you should never idolize your idols. You should never geek out on them or whatever, because you don't know the person behind the social media or behind the acting life.
Yeah.
But reading his biography, how he grew up. He was a drug abuser, alcohol abuser, and then he sobered up and he changed his life. And I'm thinking that is a great redemption story, and I love that. And I want to do that for myself. I want to redeem myself.
Yeah.
So I owe all my love and respect for Tom. I love Tom. So if he's listening to this, yeah.
Go on, then carry on. Go on. You want to shout Tom Hardy? You want to shout Tom Hardy out there?
Yeah. So if he's ever listening to this, or if he sees one of his mates wearing the shirt, I'm like, hey, I have some for you, man. Come on.
So you and Monty have something in common then, because my guy's got his own brand currently.
Okay.
And this is it.
That's
Monty,
my brand.
This is your brand, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on then.
You have a much better website than me.
Talk us through it.
No, my story is probably similar to yours in regards of me growing up. I've always loved fashion and clothes and things like that, and I've always wanted to start my own thing.
Yes.
But I could never pinpoint what I wanted to do. Because not a lot of the things I do, I'm not in it like for me to just gain from it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went through a stage in my life where obviously I've said it a lot of times, I'll repeat again. Yeah, I tried to take me on life. And then I got this logo made, which is for my name, Christian Montano, CM. And the logo was so cool that I liked it. Well, I designed it myself with the help of a friend of ours called Daniel as well from DRB Designs.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, well, I've got a logo, which is a CM there. So I thought, what goes well with it that can tell my story in a way, what I had to use to overcome what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
When I came up with champion mindset. And obviously, a lot of the times, champion mindset, people look at those fees and yeah, I've got a champion mindset to be so successful, and this is what I've got to do. But for me, it was about achieving and being your own obstacles, and that could be as small as struggling to get out of bed, and that one day you got out of bed. And for me, you've had to have that champion mindset to do something that you've been struggling to do for a long time. And with that, with the brand, I'm looking to work with mental health charities, people who wear it, hopefully can identify with it. Like you said earlier on about the Nike and all the other brands that, yeah, the names are nice, they've got a lot of following and all this and that. but how many of the items that you have bought you can identify with their story and with your own story? So I want to create something that individuals can identify with the story that I've been through and identify with their own story by wearing the brand. They can feel proud of who they are, what they've achieved, and also by buying something from the brand, a percentage of the profit is going to mental health charities. Also looking to work with people that are doing fundraising campaigns, where if you want to raise X amount of money, what I will do, I will generate a code for you, which then whenever that individual buys from the website, a 10% of what they're paying for the top or the hoodie or whatever they're buying will get donated to their GoFundMe pages or the mental health charity that they're raising money for. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it and I'm trying to make it as fashionable as I can. But the t-shirt and the hoodies complement any outfit as well. So you can wear it with joggers, with shorts, with go out for dinner or go out to have a drink. But yeah, we've got something in common, homie.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to get
That's
some.
great.
Definitely going to get some R&R merch, bro.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
I'll get some as well, man.
Yeah. Do you ship over to the UK? Yeah.
Oh, the website. The cool thing about the website, if you go to the link tree and click the store, it's a website called T-Mill, and that is UK based. So if you were to order from that site, it should get there within a week.
Oh, sweet.
Or a week and a half. So
sweet.
I mean, pretty much my strongest audience is in the UK. No one here in America. Not a lot here in America. The UK is where it's at.
UK.
So that's why pretty much if there's any charities that I would like to do, or if there's any like brands that I want to support, all of it is UK based because with the UK they supported me. So I figured, you know what, I feel like a UK and then a USA person. So that's why I want to move there.
Yeah, we can work on a collaboration soon, man.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Do it because I got nothing to do. I'm trying to work on something cool. But other than that, though, I just need to stay busy. So if you want to do a collab, let's do it after the chat.
That's what I want. I want to help break the stigma through clothing. And by that, clothing, obviously, once people identify what make your brand, my brand, understand for, by simply you wearing it, you don't have to speak much. You can let the brand speak for yourself. Yeah, I've suffered with this. This is who I am. I'm proud to admit that I have struggled with this. But you're still looking good, sending out a message, and the message, my slogan I'm using is "Through pain we grow." So champion mindset, through pain we grow. That's the brand slogan. So when you're wearing your brand, my brand, you want people to look good, feel good, and be proud of the journey they've embraced and what they've been on. But yeah, man, we'll talk soon and hopefully get a little collaboration going, man.
Yeah, just I'll add you after this chat, and we could talk business. I don't mind that at all. That'd be so cool.
Business talk. Oh, nice. Business talk.
Let's get creative, baby.
Right, bro.
I think lately with the brand is it's been a great experiment.
Yeah.
But lately I've been wanting more. I want to. It's not so much as the T-shirt. It's just that I want to continue doing something that I love, which is talking. I love to communicate. I love to talk. So I figured I want to try the quote unquote entrepreneur life, which is pretty much just network left and right. And so far I've been doing pretty well with linking up with certain people. So I figured what I love to do is talk. And if someone says, yeah, man, I'm looking for someone to sport this, that really would love to sport it, I'd be like, okay, talk to this person here. This person is, for example, an indie artist. This person has a strong following, but I'm close with her, and she would be more than happy to wear it. Ship your product to her, and she'll sport it immediately. And then it'll get his or her brand out there. It'll help boost the indie artist's name out there, and then that artist can link with someone else. Yada yada. It's like a symbiotic relationship,
Nice.
and that's what I love about it. Networking. I'd rather network and communicate and relate to people. That is something that I want to do now. So, yeah. So the brand is slowly becoming secondary. I want to focus more on networking. So that's what I love most. So yeah.
Nice. Right, bro. We've got some questions. Monty, are we ready for this? We've got some questions from the Pody community. I've got quite a few. So, Jose, you can join in, bro. It's for us all.
Sweet. Let's do it.
So, first question is from Ads. If out of anything from 2020 to 2021, what is your biggest inspiration? I don't mind going first here. I don't mind.
Well, you go first.
Go first. Yeah.
I'd say between that day, between that year, I think the biggest inspiration for me was seeing like my local community and my country coming together in such a shit situation such as COVID. Like there was so much bad news out there, but then there was so much inspiration as well. Different communities from around the country just coming together and helping each other. I think that's the main one for me. What about you, Monty?
For me, it'll be similar to you. It gave me hope and belief that there are genuine, nice people in this world. All right.
Yeah.
The world had to be put on, like everything was paused for a long time. And you see how many things certain individuals did and how communities came together. A lot of people that you wouldn't have expected to do certain things. So it gave me the belief that we are good. They are good human beings. We just need to see more of it.
Yeah.
But it in a way, it's like it took for what's happened to happen for a lot of communities to come together.
Yeah.
Why can these things? Imagine if those things were happening prior to COVID. So imagine how powerful and how stronger things would have been if it didn't take COVID to happen.
Yeah.
For everyone to come together. But I think that's what I'll take.
Definitely.
The togetherness. It gave me hope and belief that there are some kind-hearted people out there.
What about you, Jose? Inspiration from the past year, bro? What have you got?
From 2020 to 2021, the greatest inspiration is simply because of this brand that I personally felt welcome for once. There's a certain acceptance that I've been yearning for a long time.
Yeah, man.
Because of the kind people of the UK, they personally believed in me, not the brand, but me to keep going. It motivated myself, and I am forever grateful of the people in the UK that have supported me for almost a year.
Yeah.
And that gives me hope to just keep going, to not necessarily find that happiness, but to find that sense of purpose by helping individuals who need a voice, who need someone to be listened to. And that's something that's something that no one can take away from.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. Next one is from Harry Truss. He said, got a classic. If you were isolated on an island, what 3 things would you take and why? Oh my God. Now, all the survival experts out there are going to be thinking of like some really good things to survive on. Not me. Not me. Not me.
Yeah.
How long are we in this island for?
Let's just say you're there for a couple of days. You know, there's no survival shit involved. Let's just say you're there for a few days
To enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you take? 3 things.
Oh, to enjoy.
Yeah. Three things. What would you take?
Obviously, I know humans ain't things, but can we take human beings?
No, you're on your own. You're on your own on this island, bro. Lovely weather, just you, sun, the beach. 3 things.
No, why don't you go first?
Me? Nah. I'd take. What would it take? I'd take a hammock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'd string that up to some nice palm trees. I'd probably take. I wouldn't take my phone. I'd have no technology.
Ah.
So I'd have me hammock. I would have a lilo. And I would also take a big ice bucket with just cold water in. Bottles of cold water, me Lilo, and me hammock. So I'd have a nice steady chill and sleep in my hammock. And then I'd wake up and have a nice bottle of water, freezing cold water, and I'd just float on me Lilo in the sea. Have it.
Okay.
Oh,
This one's got you on. This question's proper stumped you on it.
yeah. I would
We're
say,
not allowed to bring technology.
No, no, you can't. If you can, I'd just saying I wouldn't. No.
Okay.
We'll discuss bid options. Yeah, I would say you're smart with the water.
Thank you.
Yes.
So you can keep yourself hydrated.
Yeah.
I think so. You want relaxation as well, so you want to just float about and get a little nice hand in that.
Yeah.
And a comfy sleep. But what about if it rains and that?
I don't know, mate. I'll sleep under me Lilo. I'd lie down in my hammock and put me Lilo on top of me.
I think what I would do myself. You know what? Yeah, I will take a tent.
A tent, yeah.
It might be all weird and that, but I would take a packet of strawberry Haribos.
Oh yeah.
And then, what else, man? Oh, and maybe a little tour or something. No, but then, what am I gonna eat?
Exactly.
You know what? 'Cause I was thinking, if I take, say like a little kitchen knife and that, if I see to try and catch my meals on that, then how am I gonna cook them?
You have to light a fire the Bear Grill way. Like
No, that's what I would do.
You'd have to speak. You'd have to speak with Scott from Black Coast.
Hey, I'm on that.
About starting a fire.
So there you go. Mine will be kitchen knife, so I can hunt for my food. My bag of Haribo, so that will be like my treat, and my tent, so I can sleep and enjoy my stay in my 6-star hotel.
I like that. The three things I would take. I would take my DJI action camera, which is like a GoPro, small GoPro. I want to document.
Document that shit, baby.
How. You gotta document. You have to bring water. You have to at least bring water. I can't live off of my own piss. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm a germaphobe. I can't do that. And then finally, I would have to. Damn. I mean, if I'm gonna enjoy my day, then I might as well bring a book just to chill.
Bro.
But then again, well, okay, I'm lying to myself. I would just bring a knife so I could finally hunt.
Yeah.
I could just, you gotta eat. I can't eat plants, So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna document my journey there. Yeah.
That's a hard one. Three things on me.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Very, very hard.
That's hard.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'll take a little pot as well. Then I'll boil the water. There you go. I'll boil the water. You obviously get all the salt out and all those things, and then obviously keep myself hydrated. Use it to cook as well, but then it's only 3 things.
Yeah. It's hard, mate. Very hard question.
Tell Harry he got us in this one.
Yeah, I did.
What about clothes? What about clothes though? Because we're gonna be all dirty,
Fuck it.
The same clothes you landed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next question looks like it's aimed at me, but we'll continue. If you were in isolation, apart from Ash, who is the wife, and the kids, who would your perfect isolation partner be? So who would your perfect isolation partner be? We can bring everyone in.
Obviously, apart from your partners.
Yeah. Apart from who you live with. Yeah. Perfect isolation partner. What are we thinking?
Maybe family members.
It could be anyone in the world, mate.
Oh, I'll say my mum.
Yeah.
My mum, but I'll be eating some good food, and apart from my missus, I can cook and treat me well and that.
Yeah.
Love. So I would say, if I can't do my missus and my kids, I would say my mum.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't get to see your mum that often, do you? Because she lives.
Yeah.
So
my mum's in Colombia, so
yeah, Colombia.
I would say mumsy, isolated together. Give me some plantains, some rice, some chicken. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's thinking about it already.
Yeah.
He's going to be ringing her after this. Email, send some over.
Mom, how do I cook rice? How do I cook plantain? How do I cook rice?
Oh man.
Yeah.
I would agree with him. I would have my mother along with me. I mean, she's already easy to talk to. I mean, it's just a simple day, just chatting and cooking, and we'll get along fine. That's pretty much it. Or if I had to pick someone outside of my family, it would have to be
Tom Hardy.
It would have no. I would be shutting my mouth up. I would be too nervous to talk to him. Yeah. But we could have like a Tom Hardy invitation off. He does his thing, and I'll be like, we're going to be here a long time. I think he would be very insulted by my invitations. I would bring my friend Luke Williams of Shadowbones Music. He's a good friend. He was the first one to wear my T-shirt. He was the first one that gave me the advice to keep going with the brand.
Oh, nice.
So I would spend isolation time with him. Yeah.
I'd have to go for a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
The reason why, okay, is because it's pretty simple. Yeah. How cool would it be to be stuck in isolation for 2 weeks with a chimpanzee? Yeah. And I'm not talking about an adult-sized chimpanzee. I'm talking about, a youth, a little junior chimpanzee. Yeah.
Raise him up. Yeah.
Sick. Immense. You would never get bored. Like, yo, Dave, what are you doing, Dave? It'd be meant. It'd be awesome. It would be amazing.
Yo, Bidds is mad.
It would be meant.
Yeah, it would. It would.
You could spend isolation with anyone apart from the wife and the kids. Chimpanzee.
Yeah, and you
Chimpanzee.
and you can't say that someone isn't an animal, right? Because chimpanzees are pretty fucking human, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
that story that you told us, I don't think I'd want to be anywhere near one.
Well, don't fucking piss one off and make sure you're sharing. Don't do it. Right, next question. Come on, let's move along. This is from Tommy. How do you cope with haters on the channel? Love you, bro. How do you cope with haters? Well, I am actually currently on another Instagram ban thanks to someone that's reporting me again. That's like 3 times in the space of 6 months. I don't really know. I think I just let it go over my head. I think the first time it happens, it's like, I fucking won't kill you for doing that. No, really got to me. You know, someone hates on something that you're doing, pisses you off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the first time around, got to me for weeks and weeks. But I think now, if someone hating on me, I quite like that. It means I'm doing something good and you're not.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh. Hit them again.
Hey,
If you're hating, that means the person you're hating on is doing something good. Boom.
yes. Do you know what I mean?
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Amen to that.
Go on then. So how do you deal with it, Monty?
Me, just
You just carry on, don't you?
be myself. Like, I've learned that whoever hates on you is because they either can't be happy with themselves. So when someone is actually being negative, I ask them if they need help.
Yeah.
And I carry on being me. If they carry on hating, I carry on being myself.
Yeah.
It means they can't get out of whatever mindset they're in. And I carry on asking them for help. If they carry on helping, I carry on being myself. I don't think what if anyone's hating on me, it's nothing to do with me. It's not in my control. I've done nothing to that individual. We carry on growing, we carry on learning, and it actually helps me, us, grow.
Yeah.
To deal with something new. So, and if you're dealing with it constantly, that means, like Bid said, you're doing something good. So yeah, keep growing, keep living, keep learning.
And always ask the hater if they're okay.
Yeah.
Let's get political there.
Yeah. Always.
How about you, Ose? Would you deal with the haters?
How I deal with haters?
Yeah, smack 'em.
Oh my goodness.
Boom.
Honesty,
Yeah.
honesty, homie.
Honestly. Okay. Like what you said, Dan, if they're hating on you, that means you're doing something good.
Yeah.
You're doing something good. And I would, I wouldn't be so petty. I would just be like, all right, fine. I just, drop them. You don't need that negativity.
What, like, boom, drop him. Like, boom, he dropped.
Yes.
Oh!
Like, boom, you're dropped, And I'm thinking to myself that I really want to say, yeah, you may hate on what I'm doing, but I'm definitely 100 times better than you because I'm doing something that you cannot do. You're stuck in your little bubble, and I'm out here connecting with these public figures, with these artists, with these amazing people.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So if you continue to hate on me, that gives me more incentive to keep talking to more people that you can't even talk to. You don't even have connection.
Yeah,
that hate that fuel, mate. It's like someone's hating on you. It's like when you're just pumping up your car, giving it more energy so you can last longer and you can get to a further place.
Pumping up your car.
What?
Pumping up
No,
your
it's
car.
like the fuel when you're filling up your car, man. Just
You said pumping up your car.
pump.
Every morning. Every morning. Got to pump up your car, motherfucker.
Oh man, exactly. Yeah, like, and I just love how.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's you.
yeah.
Energy.
Yeah.
Some haters, they're established brands already, and they either refuse to talk to me, even though I supported them for a long time. They are like, "Nah, we don't want nothing to do with you, man."
Yeah.
And I thought that I'm thinking, well, I'm not your competition, man. I'm on the same boat as you are. But I think they're really pissed off when I say this, that, oh, you're just jealous because I've accomplished under a year what took you longer than that to get the following that you got.
Yeah.
So with me, I'm already linking up with your close friends. So if I'm talking to your close friends, and I'll be like, hey, let me send you a T-shirt. Wear that T-shirt. Piss those guys off. I'm in your social circle. I'm in your head, man. I'm everywhere. You can't stop me.
You're living rent free in their heads.
Exactly.
Nice.
That's the best feeling, isn't it?
Nice.
Just living rent free in someone's head.
Damn, homie. Not a competition.
Yeah.
I have a little competition in me. That's both my positive and downfall. Because I have a competitive attitude, because I'm thinking like, okay, well, I mean, you're doing this, but let me find someone that's a bigger status to wear my shirt, and then boom,
Yeah.
The greatest feeling in the world was someone told me, "You are everywhere," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm unstoppable. You can't stop me."
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let's go drop over to Instagram. I've got a few more questions on Facebook, but we will get back to them maybe next episode.
But I've got one.
Go on then, let's go. What we got?
One thing you will constantly remind your kids. I know we spoke about it.
Ooh.
One thing that you will constantly remind your kids.
It's okay to be sad, whatever the situation is, how big, how small, whatever the situation is, it's okay to be sad. If you drop your cereal on the floor, it's okay to cry. If you've hurt yourself, it's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. Simple Simon. It's okay to be sad.
There you go. Drop the mic.
Love that.
We out.
Love that.
I think Pody said something similar.
Yeah.
So there you go. Harry, we've answered your question, homie. And to
Harry!
Someone else, right? So I've got my 2 kids again for Easter. And my eldest wanted McDonald's. And I think someone seen me and he goes, "Did you enjoy it was from Greg Woodcock.
Hello, Craig.
Did you enjoy your McDonald's in the small whip? Because I was driving a smart car."
Yeah, baby. Did you enjoy your McDonald's, though, bro?
I didn't eat it. My kids did. They loved it. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, Greg.
Appreciate that question, Craig.
Greg.
Whatever your name is, thank you for that question.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Right, bro. I've got one from Keisha Jade _ She is a part of a podcast, and the podcast is called Positivity. Tea. Drinking tea. Yeah. Love the work they do. So it's pretty simple. Life goals, ? What life goals do we have?
Oh.
I think
goals.
Yeah.
Question mark. Life goals. Question mark.
Yes, exactly.
Hey.
Pretty simple, brother. I think my life goal would be, to get this podcast grown as big as possible and to get it helping more people I know it's already helping so many people. We get many messages, saying that it's helping them. But to keep this podcast growing and supporting people's message, that's where I want to be. Keep this growing. Keep Men United's name growing. Just help as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Simple goal.
I would say my life goal. I think us three have got the same similar goals. Obviously, mine will be same as Bidds with the podcast. Help it grow globally, spread the word as much as we can.
Yeah.
If my personal goal, I'll say, with the brand, to give individuals an identification of who they are, the journey they've achieved, and be proud of themselves. And hopefully through that, be able to, with the support of the community and the ones that do buy the brand, together raise and grow together, make enough money to help mental health charity and to help those that can't afford sessions, treatments, to get them in a better place mentally, physically, emotionally, and just try and help make the world a better place. World changes. Champion mindset. We're coming for you.
What about you, OC? Goal.
I want to not only get this brand the status it deserves, I want to be everywhere, but also the end game for me is to wake up every single day with a beautiful view of the world and say to myself, I've made it. I've done something not only outside of my comfort zone, but I took the necessary sacrifice so that I could be standing in an apartment with a beautiful view, with luxury that I want to earn, but not only that, but to also make my mother proud.
Yeah.
That I could, just my mother, that I done it.
Yeah.
That's simply it.
Yeah, I think that's a good goal. I think I would add that one to mine as well, like Mumsy. And also, obviously, we know Bidds, how we are. Our families always come first before anything else. Our partners, our kids. And part of, obviously, what we're trying to do, and obviously the end goal as well, is to have our kids see a different world when they grow up, something that we've been able to show them and educate them on. And obviously our partners to grow with us and be proud of it, of what we're achieving.
Yeah.
So at the moment, I think they are. And it'll be good for our kids to just grow into a world that has understanding of those who do speak out.
Yeah, man.
Give them the belief that if they were to experience anything like what we have experienced in our journeys, they will feel more comfortable in talking and not be judged.
Big one. Right, final question is from Makendo54, the guy who reached out to me on Instagram. He's amazing, absolutely inspirational guy. He loves to have a laugh, okay? And his question is, when I grow up, can I hang out with you guys?
Oh,
Definitely.
All day, any day. But I think the main one is never grow up, Mac. Never grow up, bro.
Keep being yourself.
Yeah. This guy's awesome. From Las Vegas as well.
Oh,
yeah.
It's more like, can we hang out with you, mate?
Yes. I have been Las Vegas, went there for my honeymoon.
I've never been.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it was mad. It was mad. And the heat over there, wow. Because I travelled in tracky bottoms and T-shirt. And when we got off the plane, I reckon about 2 or 3 minutes after getting off the plane, I was drenched. It was so hot.
Yeah.
And my God, absolutely, great place though. Great place. Some crazy characters, but great place.
Hopefully one day.
One day, Mac, we'll be with you, bro. One day.
One day.
Okay, I want to thank you for giving your time this morning, man. Obviously, I know the time difference, and it's been good. It's been a laugh. You've inspired us. You know, you've been open, honest. I've had fun, mate. I've had fun.
Me too.
This was incredible. I hope I can guest star again. I love this. This is, I feel loose. I feel comfortable in my own skin talking to you guys. And it is an honor to be a part of your podcast, your amazing podcast. I cannot wait to see it soar further.
Yeah,
that's the most important.
We only started it last August, and we're building, we're growing.
Yes,
and we won't stop.
With the help of you guys, listeners,
yes,
yourself, Joseph, like we appreciate all the love, the support, and we'll carry on spreading the word, raising awareness, giving individuals like yourself a platform to be yourself, and not just be yourself, but be proud of who you are.
Yes, mate.
The journey that you've been on that have made you the man or the female that you are, whoever's listening to this. And thank you guys. We appreciate your honesty. Be proud of yourself. Keep loving yourself, man. And one thing, you are your biggest admirer, not anyone else.
Yeah.
So keep doing your thing, but keep admiring yourself. Look at your own value through your own eyes. Don't seek validation from someone else, because you are you. You are unique in your own way.
Yeah.
And whatever you do and whatever you're doing is amazing.
Keep up the work, Jose. Jose.
Yeah, man. No, call me Jose. I love it. I love it.
Jose.
It's gonna stick.
Jose.
Stick with it. Stick with it, Jose.
What? How if I call you Jose?
Jose. Yeah, you can call me. Yeah.
Jose.
Just add the thickness to it. Jose.
Jose.
Yes.
Jose.
Right, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Honestly, appreciate your love.
Yes, sir.
Support.
Thank you so much.
We'll stay in touch as well. We'll definitely stay in touch, man. And for go on. What were you saying?
I was gonna say. After this, we should collab. I cannot wait for this. This is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna add you on Instagram, and let's get to talking. Let's get this thing going. And after this, I'm gonna give you shout outs. I'm gonna give you guys shout outs of the podcast. This is gonna be great.
Let's get it going, man. Let's grow. It's about
let's grow
one another, about growing. And the most important thing that we're trying to do is raise awareness. Give people a platform that they can identify with, a platform that they can speak and be proud of what they are experiencing, because what we go through is what makes us. We got to go through things to enable us to grow. But as humans, we don't tend to take that split second, minute, 2 days, whatever, to reflect on who we are and why we're in this world for. And we're all amazing. And all you listeners, you're all amazing as well. So if you are struggling, going through anything, don't feel like you're failing. Don't feel like because someone's got or doing something amazing on social media, don't judge yourself. Don't compare yourself, because your time will come. Be patient.
Yes. So thanks
for anyone needs help. Contact us.
Yeah. Get in touch. Get in touch straight away. We'll help you anytime of the day.
Sweet.
So I want to thank you all for listening and watching. I want everyone to just keep loving yourselves, keep loving everyone around you. Stay classy, you beautiful human beings.
Stand by.